So back at it again. Try to make this one a bit shorter. But scrolling on Instagram, you know how that goes. And I see this post by this guy named Tatted.Cowboy, and let me just read what it says again and again. What do you think when you see the flag? What message do you think it sends? Slavery, racism, hatred, white supremacy, something worse? Now, what do you see when you look at the flag? What do you actually see on the flag? The color red, white, blue, 13 stars. Is that all? See anything else? Look closer and take some time to actually think about what you're seeing. Examine every detail of the flag and its design, because the layout of the contents of this flag actually portrays the true message of the flag designed to send. And for the record, neither the design nor the content have anything to do with racism, slavery, hatred, or white supremacy, or anything worse. All the color could be removed from this flag, leaving just the outline of details, and the true message and the design sending could still be determined by anyone with a basic knowledge of history. Okay, basic knowledge of history. I bet the basic knowledge of history that this tatted cowboy didn't know that this was the first flag of the Confederacy with 7 stars. Red, white, and blue still, but with 7 stars, not 13. And I know X through it. Okay, and it was made, 18. It was used March 1861 through May 1863, according to the USFlag.org. And that was the first Confederate flag. And the 7 states, 7 stars resembled the 7 states, which were the South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas. Okay, and the flag we see today as the Confederate flag was used like the battle flag, but now it's the official Confederate flag, and that was officially put in place May 1st, 1863. And that included 13 stars, adding Virginia, Arkansas, Tennessee, North Carolina, Kentucky, and Missouri. But Kentucky and Missouri never seceded from the Union. So you're telling me, with your basic knowledge of knowing that flag and the history behind that flag, that you know that you're idolizing an item with a false narrative. Did you know that? Because it says clearly only 11 states succeeded. Kentucky and Missouri did not. If you knew your basic, 'cause basic is like the base, it's foundation, not just straight to the 1950s when, oh no, it's not about hate, it's about heritage. Like, no. Let me keep going. According to PBS.org, the flag took a new meaning in the 20th century when white supremacists like the KKK and neo Nazis started using the flag as their symbol. So when you saw the flag in the South, you knew that you were either living or passing by or seeing a prejudiced, segregationist, racist individual that was either a part of the KKK, knew someone part of the KKK, or practiced the same beliefs without participating in the KKK organization. Okay? So saying that this flag has no content in or because they changed the flag after after the war and after slavery was abolished. So because the next year slavery was abolished. So like 1864. So like it took on a new meaning, right? It didn't mean the Confederate Army anymore, and to keep slavery intact, which I'm gonna go on to. Oh yeah, because of Dr. Gale of Humboldt University, he claims that the official goals, or the main goals of the South, were to succeed from the North, establish independent nation, suffocate Northern political influence, and continue with slavery. That was it. So the South lost because slavery is abolished, as you can see. Because I can read, I can write. Um, I'm free to do whatever I want. I can murder somebody if I want to, even though that is illegal under federal, state, county, moral code. Like, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm free to do whatever I want. There's consequences behind pretty much every action, good and or bad. So, um, like, oh yeah, let me see. This was the guy said to me actually. So, when you stand for something, you gotta stand for it all the way, because if you don't, then you're really not true to your causes and your claims that you're true to causes and claims. So he goes and he calls somebody a nigger for standing up for saying the South sucks and stuff like that, and they lost. So I say, if you're trying to defend the Confederate flag, you might not want to call somebody a nigger. He goes, people like you turn the word nigger into a racial slur. I respond, where's your citation to this claim? Because he claims that it's people like me that turn the word nigger into a racial slur. I didn't know I won a Nobel Peace Prize by uh, changing a word to mean to take on a social meaning and derogatory meaning towards a race. I didn't know I I revised that word, so I deserve a Nobel Peace Prize for actually influencing a word that was pretty much started when slaves. Well, it was created way before slavery, but it was picked up and used as a mental tactic in slavery, a physical, psychological tactic, like make you feel like you are ignorant, like, oh, you probably deserve to do work on a plantation, like. So it's people like me that turn that word into a meaning that dehumanizes and generalizes a whole subgroup of ethnical creatures, other ethnical creatures, like African descent ethnical creatures. Like, where is your citation to this? I don't understand. Like, you're making bold claims. Like, I need to see something. I told you where I got my stuff from. So, like, and the whole heritage, not hate, that's bullshit, because, in my opinion, it's heritage and hate. You can be from the South and represent the flag in a good spirited way, as in, I'm from the South and this is the flag that my great grandfather fought under. Okay, we understand that. And we understand that some people were peer pressure into the Civil War just because it was basically nothing else to do but start a war, really. Just like every other war. It's nothing else to do but just start a war. So, I mean, I understand your grandfather fought in the war, but guess what? Your grandfather still fought for continuing with slavery in an independent nation. It's gonna be wrong being an independent nation, but you're an independent nation that continues with slavery, and the other part of the nation doesn't. Like, that seems, and it's same in the same land. That seems ridiculous. That can't happen. It's like can't be two kings. So, like, I'm confused myself. Like, I'm mind blown that you stood up for the flag, but you call somebody a nigger. So what base do you have now saying that this flag has nothing to do with hatred or white supremacy or anything along the lines of racism? So that's it. Peace out.